And welcome everyone. This is the Alfa Las Vegas Open. This is the third of 6 events by CueSports International and Predator Pro Billiard Series scheduled for 2022. The field was increased from 128 players to 192 players vying for the $30,000 first prize and $125,000 in prize funds. These events are held alongside the CSI State Championships in Arizona, Wisconsin, Las Vegas, Michigan, Ohio, and Puerto Rico. The game is 10 ball, 2 races to 4, a spot shot shootout if each player wins a set. Billy Thorpe and Roland Garcia. What a match. This is George Teache in the booth with Mark White, bringing you the live action from the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. Mark.
Hi. Yeah, we were having a little chat off air just now, and this is only Billy's second appearance in one of these particular formats, and the first was actually here in the same arena back in September last year. And this is a hard match to call, I think. Billy, a very, very, very tough competitor, and Roland Garcia, well, they don't come much tougher than him as well. Great match player.
He's had a lot of success in these tournaments. He's had a second place, I believe, in Arizona. He's had some high finishes. He's very familiar with the format. Seems to enjoy it.
He loves it. I just think anything with a cue and a
anything
ball.
with a cue, and that's right. And Billy, on the other hand, like you said, it's his second time he's played this format. He played here in Las Vegas last year. So we'll see how he comes along. 26-year-old, 772 Fargo compared to the 43-year-old Roland Garcia with a 797 Fargo. 24 points, not quite a game difference, according to Fargo. This is a second round match. Billy defeated Tomas Kaplan, and Roland had a bye. Roland, a Predator player, sponsored by Predator. Billy by Mucci.
Had a little chat with Roland, and he's off to Thailand as well. So we've agreed we're going to meet up and shoot some pool in Hustlers in Bangkok.
There you go.
In May.
Well,
that'll be fun.
Let's see if Billy takes this 2-10 combo. Early 10 balls are a win. They've changed the format to where the 10 ball on the break is no longer a win. It gets spotted up.
Oh, don't go behind the threes. All right. A little bit of a heart in mouth situation there, a little moment, but he's okay.
Players on a 30-second shot clock. 60 seconds after the break and one extension, 30-second extension per player per game. And the 10 ball is down. The first game goes to Mr. Thorpe.
Yeah, very quick game indeed. And Billy is one of those players who, he loves the game, he loves it, it's his life kind of thing. But you don't really see him in too many of the tournaments. But is he coming back again?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in anything for a while. But I tell you, this prize money will get players back out on the road.
Yeah, players that didn't like the format. 12,000 first prize. Now all of a sudden it's 30. We've doubled the field, and it's gone to 192 players vying for it.
We tripled the field in this tournament.
Yeah.
All except 2 tournaments are 128 player field. And actually 3 this year with Puerto Rico. And the others are 64, and this one's 192 with the 1 ball dropping for Billy and a nice shot, opening shot on the 2 ball.
And look at this, and what about the 3-10 combo, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, it could be 2 very quick frames, racks.
Frames, racks, same difference.
Games.
Games.
All means the same, George. One step further towards the first set. And it is going to be another early 10.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2 in a row.
Can't pass this up. This is a 2-stage tournament. It's double elimination till the final 48 is what I said a bit earlier.
And in it goes. So already 2 up, 2 very, very quick games and just want to go around the room and tell you what's going on here, guys. We have 13 other tables. We've got Darren Appleton in action. We've got Carlo Biardo playing. And I'll tell you what a game this is. Donnie Mills against Ko Pinyi. We've got the Butcher, Mieszko Fortunski. He's already 3-0 up against Liu Kui. Nicholas DeLeon, a guy from down your neck of the woods.
Good friend of mine.
He's 1-0 down to Steve Holland. So there you go. Back to this.
I don't know. Is Steve Holland out of Utah? Do you remember?
I don't. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Here we go then. Billy psyching himself up for this 10-ball break. Oh, he just got saved there. The 10's been kicked in, but that will come back up. But look at this. Has he got a shot on the 1? I don't think so. Not sure he can get to the pot-in angle.
Holm is from Canada.
Oh.
Calgary.
How far is that from
Calgary.
Utah?
A lot of miles.
About as far as I am from home, George.
No, not that many miles.
Not that many miles?
No. Doesn't have to cross an ocean, just a few rivers. Nice shot by Billy to come over for the 2. Can I just kill it there with a little high English?
Mika Immonen here, of course. He had a nice win earlier on. Only dropped 1 rack, winning 2 sets against Stephen Wyatt.
Oh, that's... Oh, yeah, I thought that came out.
Just caught the rail, just. I thought it looked like it was going to go, George, at first.
I thought it was still going to go after it. It kind of shuffled its feet a little bit. But it shuffled its feet and didn't get the dust off and stayed up.
Just putting a little bit of a bend on this one. Oh, he jumped it with his... Oh, it was a... I didn't realise he'd taken his jump stick. Oh, what an unlucky scratch that is. Wow. Great jump shot.
This is our last match of the evening. We will be bringing you 5 matches per day until Saturday. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard, and of course your 8 o'clock match, which is this one at Pacific Standard.
Are they all Pacific Standard?
Well, no, I could say it all in Eastern Standard. I could also talk in Central Time if you want me to.
Mixed it up a bit, George. Confuse them.
But since we're here and they're there, they can figure out the time changes.
We complain in the UK just for having one, well, 2 obviously, the spring forward and fall back, you know, when the daylight saving. We do that as well.
I just know that you guys are like 8 or 9 hours apart from Arizona, which is where I live. And my trips to Spain have told me that it's 8 hours difference, or 8 or 9 hours, depending on where you are. Cue ball.
Oh, again. A cue ball magnet.
Well, Roland's no stranger to this. He knows his way around these 3 balls.
Billy not looking happy.
Well, would you be if you just scratched?
I'd just laugh it off, George.
It takes me about 30 or 40 seconds. Unless I'm really want to get hard on myself and call myself a dummy.
He underhit that one slightly.
Yeah,
he put a lot of English on it as well. He was expected to be playing this in the bottom left-hand corner.
Well, he's playing it in the side. It's okay. I don't think I'll have much problem with
and
it.
it goes, and we're going for a break, but we will be back.
And we are back with Rolling Garcia to break the balls in this winter break format. Trailing 1-2 in the first race to 4. First of 2 sets. Races to 4. 2 ball fires in the side. The 6 ball goes around, hangs in the corner. Does he have a shot on the 1? Cue ball, no shot on the 1. It's still coming. He does have a shot on the 1. Question, will he play safe here or cut the ball down the rail? The 3 ball is available, so he has not much to worry about.
It's, yeah, it's worth a go, I guess.
Yeah, I think it is. He's missed
He
it.
thought it was as well, but it was a long way off with that.
Well, Billy will try to take advantage of this. That's for darn sure. Yes, folks, we did change the rules. They've come to a conclusion that the 10 ball on the break was something that they should look into changing, and they looked into it, voted amongst themselves, and decided that, yes, we will change that rule. No more golden breaks.
Yeah, it had a lot of people that there was a lot of bad press about it and they didn't like it and it shouldn't be allowed. Well, Predator and CSI got together, they sat down, they got the players' opinions, they took a vote and they were brave enough to change that decision, George. And it takes a lot to change a rule.
From the very first tournament that we had in Arizona to kick this off, they've made some changes along the way, and they've benefited the tournament. And the players have been in agreement, and it's what the game needs to move forward, to attract more players, more press, more attention, more exposure. You know, we got to grow the game from the outside, not from the inside. We're all pool freaks, and we all love pool, but we got to get people that aren't pool freaks to love pool, and things like this will do it.
Well, Corey Jewell has disposed of my buddy Tony Robles in 2 sets, 4-2, 4-1, and Torsten Holman is in action. He's taken the first set against Mats Shetner, 4-2, and he's 2-1 down in the second set. So just some scores from around the room for you.
We are at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. This is the CueSports International Expo, comprised of the BCA World Championships, the USA World National Championships, this Alfa Las Vegas Open with 192 players, originally scheduled for 128. And we're followed by the Predator World 10 Ball that was scheduled for a 64-player invitational, moved up to 128. We also have the Alfa Las Vegas Women's Open that will be
that starts tomorrow.
That starts right. Does it start tomorrow? Or does it start the second day of the World Predator 10 Ball?
I thought it starts tomorrow.
Okay.
And I could be wrong, George. I was once before.
Yeah, I believe there's a second time.
Let's have a look on the poster. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, there you go. I'll just get the emails.
Oh, are you having a go at me, Mr. Teixeira?
Well, you know, somebody's got to slap you around once in a while, Mark. You got me once a couple times the last match, I believe. So, paybacks. And we're tied at, I'm sorry, it's a 3-1 lead for Billy. Enjoying this way too much, too many laughs. Try to entertain you folks at home and entertain ourselves here.
Yeah, stop laughing. You're not allowed to have fun, George. You're supposed to be working. There you see, referee John Lehman. There you see,
yeah, he's back.
Garcia.
This is the first match today. I think John has been in the stream table. We've had Michaela Tab attending, and now we have our tournament director and head referee John Lehman. Nice crowd in attendance. And in the Miranda room here at the Rio, we have, I believe, is it seven or eight?
8.
Predator 10-foot billiard tables. And there is a world 3-cushion billiard tournament with the best players in the world. All those guys that run 20, 25, and 30 billiards, which is uncanny. I mean, it's just, I can't imagine running 30. I believe the record is 37 because they have, I was told they have a $100,000 prize if you beat that.
It's something along those lines, yeah.
And 3-cushion shots in a row.
I've got a question for you.
Fire.
What do you think the average break of a 3-cushion player is? The average.
Average break.
Oh! Wow, how has that not gone?
Well, I do know that if you're doing 1, you're a pretty good player. So I would say somewhere between 1 and 2 a month.
You're nowhere near. It's 1.5.
Yeah.
You're spot on.
Yeah.
So back to the table with pockets. Oh, well. Wow, look at this.
Go there.
Is there a gap through there?
I don't know if there's enough gap to make it, but he has the angle down there. The force seems to be in the way.
He's on this.
Oh, no,
look,
he's
he's right on it. We're right down the gun barrel here.
Yep.
Oh, will be okay.
Now, does he have a gap for the 2?
Yes.
Yes, he does. And it goes by the 3. It appears to go by the 3 from this angle. Roland can play so smooth. I believe it was, 2017 in the World 9-ball, he lost in the finals to Carlo Beato. But I do recall in Arizona, in this very format, in this tournament, Arizona event, he defeated Carlo Beato to move forward into the final 16.
You've got a very, very good memory.
If I had my Chromebook here, I'd have a much better memory. I keep an Excel file on stuff like that, and it's easy to file away. And I just usually can move back and forth. And I'm at a handicap here. I did not bring it because you can only have 2 devices, 2 internet devices connected, or they charge you. It's like $15 a day here. So.
Put your hand in your pocket and spend some of that money you've accrued over the years.
$15 a day with 11 days gets a little expensive.
So nice 5-9 combo here. Just has to be careful to leave the. Yeah, he's wondering whether to play it a little bit stronger or just try and drop it in. Decided, yeah, played it well.
Yeah, Roland's not going anywhere. He says, I've been here before and I've come back. Oh, he's left himself, I wouldn't call this optimal position.
Always a gentleman, Roland Garcia. He's been around the block, so to speak, a few times.
Made no difference to him. He got perfect on the 7.
He's not a slow player either once he gets into rhythm. He's got a lovely rhythm around the table.
He really does.
So he's going to pull 1 back. It will be 3-2. And then we're going to go just for a quick break, but we promised to come back, don't we, George?
You got me again. And we're back, folks. Rolling Garcia to break the balls. I had to ask Mark if Roland won the last game because I did not mark it on my score sheet. And he goes, we have a screen on the side that you have to look over the left. He says, it's up there, right there on the screen. So he busted my chops right back.
You busted your own chops there. I did.
Well,
I wasn't going to mention it, but you
but you
went
couldn't help
right
pointing
out.
it out, could you? It's okay. I like it.
So Billy's still on the hill in this first set, final match of the day, but we're back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Is it Pacific time, George? What time is it?
No, it's not. It's Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time.
And in Arizona, we don't care what the time is. We keep our own time, but I'm in Las Vegas now. They do care. They change.
I loved Arizona there. I loved the Casino del Sol. It was beautiful.
I tell you, I've lived in Arizona all my life, and while I was working for 34 years for a international company, they offered to move me to a couple different places, and I said I'll go, but it's got to be better in Tucson, and there weren't too many places better in Tucson for me, so I stayed in Tucson for 34 years with the Wrigley Company. Loved it.
Wrigley's chewing gum.
Yeah, we had a factory over in your neck of the woods.
Yeah?
Yeah, the UK. We had, I believe it was 8 factories. We had several factories, 8 of them around the world.
Oh, that was an intelligent little shot there. I love that shot he's just played. Brilliant. Opened it all up in one shot. Now just has to make the 2, of course. And nice to see. A nice crowd in here watching this. They love the local boy, Billy. And I'm sure there's a few rooting for the man from the Philippines as well, Roland Garcia. Beautiful shot once again.
Those are nice shots. Those are, you know, the kind of hitting the ball at a blind angle and just. Well, Roland's on a pace to tie this up and take that hill set.
Yeah, once he gets a step going, mate, there's fewer players better to watch.
Yeah, give this man an inch and he'll take a mile all day long. You let him get going, he's going to be hard to stop.
Almost running around the table now. I think he's got a dinner booked at a restaurant somewhere, I think.
I think I'm going to book a restaurant. I'm starving. We're not going to, this match gets over pretty quick. Maybe I'll get a late dinner.
In it goes. We are hill. Well, I thought when we started introducing this game that it was going to be a tight one, a tough one, hard one to call. And it's proving to be that way as well. Now, have you heard of the Polish fella, Wojtek Szczewczek? What a great player he is. Just finished runner-up in a Euro Tour. He's just won 4-0, 4-0. This was a little earlier against Ahmed Elamir.
What was the name again? Oh, yes.
Wojtek Szczewczek.
Yeah, he's... I'm glad you're pronouncing that one and not me. I work hard at pronouncing those names, but that one is a tough one.
It is. I can't imagine trying to spell it. Another one is Konrad Jusicin, and there's a lot of those from Poland. Mieszko Fortunski's here.
Yeah, this is easy, especially once you get used to it.
Viktor Zelensky.
Viktor Zelensky is another one that's phonetically easy to pronounce. Mishko's is too. Yushushin is not.
What?
It only has like one vowel.
That's
just
worth a fortune in a Scrabble game.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute fortune.
Well, you don't have enough Z's.
Well, this looks like being a quick rack.
I just
Can't
saw
see any problems here, George.
I just saw a little comment in the chat. See, that tells you guys out there that I do see it once in a while. Roland is the new Efren.
Wow, he took that a little bit quick, that one.
Well, folks, for those of you that have been around pool for a long time, we have a player that I haven't seen play in a tournament for a long time. Amang Barrica.
I mentioned him earlier, and you didn't say a word.
Well,
I said the legend Filipino Parica.
because I thought maybe it was his son or something.
I
thought
knew
he had
you
stopped
never
playing.
listen to me, do you?
I
You never
did.
listen to a word I say.
Oh, my.
Oh, gravity took over.
Gravity took over.
Jump cue coming out. Here we go. Billy Thorpe is going airborne. It's all happening here in the arena.
Barrica, actually the very first of the Filipinos, of the Filipino invasion. I played him in Phoenix, Arizona at Colby's one time playing in a one-pocket tournament. What a player.
Are you going to tell me you beat him?
I am not going to say anything of what happened. But we had a very interesting match.
Just getting himself comfortable, moving his chin down that cue.
Nice shot.
Nicely
Nice
played,
shot.
controlled it well as well.
Yes, Rich B, that is Jose Barrica.
I was actually sitting in the office when the phone call came through from him. We've got a lovely lady who works in the CSI office called Lucy, a Filipino lady, and she's actually here at the front desk at
Billy
registration.
is toying with those.
She's a lovely lady, and she's good friends with all the Filipino players, and she actually took the booking with him online, and I listened to it on speakerphone. It's the only reason I know he was in it, really. So this then for the first set. And he's not going to miss from here.
And Billy to take the first set. After rolling on a roll, we'll take a break and be back. And we are back to the Alfa Las Vegas Open with Roland Garcia to break the opening game of the second set after dropping the first one 4-3 to Billy Thorpe.
Crunching break.
2 races to 4. Billy owns the first one. Roland must win the second one to force a shootout. And we started the very opening match between Max Eberle and Roman Heibler with a shootout. Then we went to we went a couple of matches without one, and then we had Shane Van Boening losing to Jonas Sutokomino in a shootout.
I like the push here, just to the corner pocket somewhere. Just somewhere near that corner.
He'll get it back. Maybe not that one. He might, yeah. He's got enough. He doesn't have it from
Give
yet.
it straight back.
Yeah,
Now
give
what?
it straight back.
Let's see what Billy had in mind then.
Well, it's gonna involve a lot of draw or shave that one ball real close on the right side and miss the 3.
Double kiss it maybe.
No, I think he's gonna draw out of the pocket. No, he's gonna. Oh, he played the corner.
Wow.
What a shot! To hit it so thin that he depended on the corner pocket there to rattle it out. That was a great shot by Billy.
Mm-hmm.
Did not think it was there at all. So I figured he'd get it back right away, and I don't think Roland figured on it either. One of the better shots I've seen this tournament.
Played it just in time.
And look at this. Look what
Great
Roland
shot.
comes back with.
Nice shot.
The old 2-rail kick. This is the shot we had earlier, remember? And Shane didn't call it. He called it someplace else.
He's going to
he
2-rail
made
this
it.
and make it in the
And
side. Look,
yeah.
he's called this in the side, George, this one, though. Yes, when yes, in the
Yeah,
Shane match, I
like
remember.
I like the 2-rail kick and call it in the corner, the left-hand corner pocket. Like that, from that side. Cue ball is going to track down. Will it go down? No, it won't. Stayed right up.
Close. So what are you going to do after dinner, George? I suppose you're going to hit a club on Fremont Street and
Are you
go
out of your mind?
dancing. And
All I do is work when I come up to these things. Unless my wife comes. My wife will come up every once in a while, and I know that one of the times she came up, they had a great time. Her sister met her here, and they stayed, and they'd go out to a show, and after the show or after I was done, we'd have late day dinner. Enjoyed Las Vegas. But otherwise, there's nothing for her to do. We're in here the whole day and most of the evening.
so Roland on a roll here. Nicely on this 2-ball.
Well, they're using the whole pocket on these shots.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's overcut that one
Yeah.
a little bit. Good job it wasn't much harder, or because it might not have dropped, and he might have been hooked if it did.
And for those of you wondering, these pockets are 4 1/4 inches. Sharp, sharp corners, but new cloth. We are sponsored by Alpha Cryptocurrency, Seabirds.com, Medalla Premium Light, Rums of Puerto Rico, and of course Predator, Kamui, and JB cases.
Well, where's he gone with a cue ball here? Whatever was he thinking there? Completely mishit it, George.
Someone in the chat asked earlier how long Colby's has been around, a pool hall in Phoenix and Tempe, Arizona. And I'm going to try to say, I remember going there when I was in college. So I've
Wow.
40,
80
50
years ago.
Pretty close. But it was called something else then, I think. But I think it's been a pool hall there for a long, long time.
He's going for this. I'll tell you what, there's quite a clever shot, though. Oh, well, he holds his hand up. I don't think he's got cover, has he? Can't quite see. Billy's having a really close look.
I think it's a really close shot. I think he can make it. We are playing on a Predator one-piece slate steel table. Lights in the bottom legs, as you can see on this table here at the bottom.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
The reflection you see on the balls, in the straight-in A ball, for instance, is 7 Predator Arena lights.
Oh, I was going to say.
No, it's dropping. That forward momentum just carried that in. It just had enough, just the right spin. Any harder, it comes out.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a difficult
Opening game.
run.
Yeah, opening game for Garcia. Needs the set. Just force a shootout. John Lehman to rack the balls. And waiting for the cue ball to stop rolling. Out in the middle of the table, just rack them.
We started with a shootout. Will we end with one? If Roland Garcia is going to carry on in the winner's side, he needs to force one. Cannot afford to lose this set, otherwise he'll go to the one-loss side. Now, had a little walk in between matches, George, and I went up to the off the rail, they're called, just outside there in the rotunda.
Okay.
In the lobby there. And there was a young guy playing. Keegan is his first name. I can't remember his surname. A young junior. I met him, his sister, and his mum and dad yesterday, and he was playing around on the table. And he wanted to play a quick rack with me, and Joey Ryan lent me his cue. He's got a new 10.5mm Q-tip.
Yeah.
Q-tip. And wow. Couldn't put a ball with it. Couldn't make a ball.
Oh, yeah? So you're not a fan of the carbon fiber?
No.
You'll learn to be.
Never.
All these pros have.
Not all of them.
Most of them.
There's two. There's two we're watching now that aren't.
Quiet. One of them is sponsored by Predator, but I believe he's using a low deflection shaft.
Yeah, I think he
I
uses.
Forget which one it is.
I think
the Vantage.
I think it's either that or it might even be a
P3.
A P3. Yeah.
Well, whatever it is, he uses it very, very well.
It's working. I think the batteries had run out on the one.
797 Fargo.
Wow, that's pretty strong.
Now, I made a comment earlier in one of the matches where I said there was approximately 30 players, 800 Fargo. I'm going to have to check that. I'm going to check Fargo real quick. I thought it was like 27 or 28. And in this tournament, there's 21 or 22, I believe.
Don't forget your homework tonight. You got to check how many Americans are in this tournament.
That's right.
Oh, Roland, what have you done? Well, he's got away with this. He's got away with this. But I think he might be in a little bit of trouble after this shot from Billy Thorpe.
No, there isn't. There is 23.
I don't even think there's 30 players over 800 Fargo in the world.
No, there's 23 players over 800 Fargo in the world. There's 21 of them in this tournament.
Wow.
I can think of two that aren't.
This little old tournament that we've got going on here.
Going on, yeah. And I'm sorry, if you're 800 plus or minus 5 points, you're my hero.
Wow, he's underhit that. Bangs his cue on the floor, not happy with that. He knows that was a great opportunity to get Billy in a little bit of trouble there. And unfortunately, it looks like he's put himself in trouble here.
I can think of one player that's not on this list that was at 800 Fargo for a little bit, and he slid down to 799. See if he's
what a
not
nice
there.
bank shot there. Billy, they call him Billy the banker.
He does like to bank him, doesn't he? Well, he's got a stop shot here, a little stunt shot for the 7 ball. to get on that 8 for the side. Careful with the shot, not to pinch it off. Nice shot, Billy.
That's the way to play
Nice,
that.
nice. That takes a perfectly level center ball hit. And he hit it perfect.
I remember when Billy and Sky, they were the mullet brothers. They had the mullets. They shaved them off finally. But now they've got a beard mullet going on. What do you call a beard mullet?
I have no idea. A beard?
A bullet?
A
I don't
bullet?
know. Are they going to have a bullet?
I can only recall having a beard in my life, maybe once for a while. Took a picture in Tombstone, Arizona, with a gun belt and all in a hat.
This 10 ball levels it up, and we're going to go for a quick break, but we will be back.
Back to break the balls, Billy Thorpe, the Torpedo.
Very famous Australian swimmer called Ian Thorpe, and they call him the Torpedo.
Oh, yeah?
He goes through the water like a torpedo.
Does he wear a Speedo?
I don't know, but I know he wears a cap on his hedo.
Well, I tell you one thing, I think most swimmers wear Speedos, so I would have to say yes. Well, no shot. Look at this 10 ball. I think I just pocket the 10 ball. He's going to call it in the side because he's got 2 ball. He's got a big pocket. It's that 4 ball could slide in off the 4-6.
Look at the left-hand English he's putting on that
Oh, yeah,
ball.
he needs a lot of it. He wants to stick the cue ball. You wanted to get in deeper. He wanted to get in deeper. He did not.
I don't know whether Roland has got a nickname, has he?
I don't know of one. I've Wikipedia'd him a few times, and I didn't see any mention of a nickname. For instance, Beato is the Black Tiger.
Yeah.
Efren, of course, is Bata.
So have you got any suggestions for a nickname for Roland Garcia?
I'm not much
Put
on
them in
nicknames.
the put them in the chat, and George will have a little read of them. Suggest a good
Good
name.
nickname.
Yeah, and if he's already got one, tell us what it is.
Yeah.
Nicely on the 4-ball here.
Ah, I see one here. Kabuto.
Oh! Did he get a skid there?
There's Jesus Atencio on the left there.
I'd love to see a replay of that one.
What else have we got?
Your eyes are better than mine, George. I can barely see the players. Never mind anyone in the audience.
Oh, in the audience? Well, I look at the screen, and I can also look at the audience a little bit, but I like it when they pan the audience and we can pick out some of the players intently watching. For instance, when we caught Shane prior to his match on this table, you know, very watching the table, seeing how it plays, seeing what it does. And he was quick to point out, that this table's rolling off to the side here. And they worked on it. And
wow, he's missed it as well. I mean, it wasn't an easy shot by any means, but one that he'd normally get. I'm just looking at some games for tomorrow. This isn't on the stream, but it's a clash of the two great Poles. Wiktor Zelensky is playing Konrad Jusichin tomorrow morning. Wow, they've come all the way from Poland to play each other. It's a bit like Ernesto and Oscar.
Well, that I've seen that happen in other tournaments, and his father has always, Oscar's dad, has always forfeited out.
There's no harder game to play than against your husband, is there?
Against your husband?
Oh, sorry, your
parent?
or your husband, you know,
your
or your
husband.
wife, or any relation.
That has happened. Who's the player that does that? It's happened to. Oh, a friend of mine from Tucson, Arizona, Mike and Tracy Hammond. They love playing pool. They play a lot of leagues together, and they get in tournaments, you know, weekly tournaments or some of the more important tournaments down there, regionals. And guess what? They play each other half the time.
A little bounce off the rail here would be nice. That's perfect. Twice across.
He's going to play the 9 and the 10 to the same pocket, I believe.
Couldn't have played that any better. Absolutely perfect. So this to go 2-1 up. And got some news for you guys.
Oh boy.
Got some news for you. Amalia Matas is playing against Daniel Schneider. She lost the first set 4-1. She was 3-1 down, I think, in the second set.
The 3-2. I was watching that set very intently. Okay.
So she ends up winning that second set to take it to a tie break. And Daniel Schneider won the tiebreak, the shootout, on a 2-0 score. So Amalia back.
That was a good match. I was watching. Daniel was breaking the ball so well, but not making the ball. And I saw her run the table a few times. They were very well matched. That's a good match.
His brother's here as well, Michael. He plays at 10 o'clock tonight. We might be finished on this table, but there's other matches still going on. So if you want to keep up with the bracket and the scores and anything else you want to know about the US Pro Billiard Series, go to www.usprobilliardseries.com and there's everything you need to know right there.
Yeah, they have the YouTube link. They have the Billiard TV link. They have the tournament bracket link. All the information about the tournament, the player guide. It's all there for you. You can also go to playcsipool.com. This Alfa Las Vegas Open is part of the CSI International Expo being held here at the Rio for 11 days. I think it's 12 days actually. And it's comprised of the BCA World Championships, That 10 ball is so tempting. USA National Championships. Then he plays a 10 and makes it for a game. Break time. Oh, no break time. We're going to keep talking to you because that went so fast. 2-1. Billy takes the lead. I'm sorry, it's 2-2.
You said it was irresistible, that 10 ball, and it certainly
It sure was.
was irresistible.
Yeah. I remember I thought the push out, he should have made it. But that was Roland that was pushing out, right?
I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Roland was pushing out. So see, Roland should have taken my advice and made the 10 ball. It wouldn't be there, and he would not have lost the game that way.
You need to shout a little louder.
Well, I'll never forget when I used to do a lot of the very first time CSI hired me to do commentary down in Tucson. One of our better players and getting a good friend, Tim Daniel, stopped in the middle of it and he says, I'm waiting for George to tell me what to shoot because I can hear him. Funniest thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of work goes into putting this together. You start with an empty room and you end up with 125 tables in this room alone, which is just incredible. Plus all the booths, of course, the other 2 rooms. It really is a logistical, wow, miracle, to be honest. And so many people behind the scenes. And let's not forget the guys that are standing behind these cameras. We're sitting down here, they're standing behind the cameras. We've got the production team working hard. We've got the media team working hard as well behind us. All the referees, the ball cleaners, the table cleaners. It really is an effort on an epic scale.
You ought to see this place when the pictures you took at the beginning. The empty ballroom, we said it was, what, 40,000 square feet?
Yeah.
All right, 40,000 square foot ballroom with nothing but a carpet. And then take a picture of it now with all the banners coming down the hallways, the vendor booths. They have 278 7-foot tables set up in 3 ballrooms. There's 15 of these Predator 9-foot tables. There's 8 Predator 10-foot tables, so well over 300 tables at the Rio. And every vendor that has anything to do with pool, selling their wares, you need a queue fixed, this is the place to bring it. And so if you're a pool fan, if you're a pool aficionado, schedule your vacation around the CSI Expo.
You went into a little bit of Spanish then.
Aficionado?
Yeah.
It's
the same in English, George. Aficionado.
That's you got it, see? I just pronounced it differently. Billy working his way around here, tied at 2, trying to get out of this. He does not want to go to a shootout. Roland has to force a shootout to stay on the winner's side. This is a 2-stage tournament. First stage is double elimination. The last 48 players move on to the second stage, where it's single elimination. And we'll have it all for you on Saturday. So it's double elimination. If you're going to lose a match on Friday. Because then you just have to win one back to get to Saturday.
Doesn't seem fair, does it?
It's fair. If you lose early, well, you get to play more.
Yeah, of course. Well, not ideal now. He just potted that into the wrong part of the pocket, unfortunately, which meant he's nearer to this rail.
And actually, I might be mistaken about the 48 players. It might be 64 because it's 25% of the field. Oh, so no, it would be 48.
Don't get me involved in math.
Well, 4 times 48 is 192, right? That's how many players we have. Maybe somebody's nice enough in the chat to run the math. No, I'm pretty sure that's it.
That is right, yeah.
I had someone correct me. They told me it was 64 players, and I double checked, and it was 48.
Yeah, another person we forgot to mention there, although he is one of the referees as well. John Lehman, who is a tournament director who works absolutely tirelessly. And imagine running 3 events here. It's just, well, a logistical nightmare. But he gets it done. Going to play the 10-ball combo, obviously. So this then to go on the hill. And in it goes. And he does take the lead.
And we are back with Roland Garcia breaking on the hill for this race to 4 to send it to a shootout. Little break and a run out by Roland here, and we're into a shootout.
Yeah, I remember in Wisconsin, he won an epic shootout as well.
2 ball just fired in.
Yeah, another
No
one
shot
as well.
on the 1. Epic shootout against. Do you remember?
I want to say Jonas Salto. I'm not sure it was him.
The guy that just beat Shane?
Yeah. In the quarterfinal, I think, to take him into the semi. Lost, of course, to the eventual winner, Alex.
Now I know
Kazakis.
I know he in was it Arizona? He beat Beato to get into the final 16. I don't recall if it was a shootout or not.
Doesn't matter, George.
No.
Save your brain for something else.
Well, I was just going to save my resources too. I think the tournament brackets are still available afterwards. We could check the tournament bracket to see if it was a shootout. Because it wasn't a stream match, so I don't have it in my notes. If it was a stream match, I could tell you.
So on the 4 ball then, another nice looking layout here for the man
for the Torpedo to send it to a hill match. Yeah. He just got to where this could be tricky. He's got a slight angle on this 5 and drawing it back for the 6. He's got to go between the 8-7. I don't think he can come straight back. I'm not sure. See the little angle?
I think he could just come past that 8, can he, George?
If he tries to go past it, he'll run into it.
Oh, and he's tried to steal an angle that wasn't there.
Exactly. Yeah, he had a slightest angle to where drawing the ball, he had to go between the 7-8.
Yeah.
Or risk hitting the 8, and I think he tried to do more than he could.
Yep, tried to just cheat the pocket just a little bit. But he was playing it way too hard to try and cheat the pocket. Have we got any nickname suggestions for Mr. Garcia?
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah, there
Spill the beans.
There was actually a great one. I've been laughing about it for a little bit. Somebody called him the mechanic because he's dressed like a mechanic. And I've seen some cute.
You can say the names. Come on, say the names of the places, because they don't mean, I'm sure, that he doesn't look well dressed. What they mean is he's wearing the same kind of outfit as one of your famous brands does.
Well, when I saw the comment, I thought of Ford dealers.
Right.
And then someone said, Pep Boys, Manny Mo and Jack. A couple of good ones, actually. And did he make that 9-ball? No. But so I was getting my laughs in reading that.
You've had fun today, haven't you, George?
I have. You know, actually interacting with the chat has been kind of fun. I haven't seen the normal, and I hate saying it this way, but they call themselves this all the time, because when you were in Wisconsin, I saw a lot of comments that I thought were better left unsaid.
Well, don't talk about them then, George. Forget about them. Don't give them airtime.
But I've seen some really good stuff coming out today. I've kind of gotten a kick out of it, and I have enjoyed checking it out every so often. Scan through it real quick.
You're like a teenager on their phone, you are. Scrolling through your... Is it an iPad you've got there? What is it?
Yeah, it's an iPad.
Scrolling through your iPad like a teenager on Tinder.
Yeah, you on Tinder?
Oh, he's just got a nice little angle here. Just roll this in. 7 in the side. It's looking good for a shootout.
In fact, I think I'm going to give a shout out to a couple guys that been in the chats a couple times. There's Pro Level. There's another guy here that just made a real funny comment. Rusty Shackle 40 says, "Sorry if we goof off a lot. Actually, not sorry."
Goof off as much as you want.
That's right. As long as it's done in good taste. I love humor. I just love to laugh, guys.
So here we go then. We will be going to a shootout. We're going to go for a quick break, but come back. Don't miss the action.
we are back with a shootout between Billy Thorpe and Roland Garcia. Billy won the lag, so he has the option to go first and choose what side to start from. The shootout is a spot, just behind the spot is the 10-ball racked where placed where it's racked in the rack. And it must be pocketed in the corner pocket that opposite of where the cue ball is. It's 4 innings. The winner of the match will be the one leading after 4 innings. If they are tied at 4 innings, it goes to sudden death, and the cue ball is moved back 1 diamond inside the same box, 1 diamond from the side from the pocket. Billy misses the first one.
Yeah, and you can hear the shot clock also in operation, even on the 10-ball shootout. Wry smile from Billy.
Yeah, there is a shot clock on the shootout. A lot of players, I've noticed several times that some players are not aware of that, and they've had to be reminded. I've yet to see a player run out of time for it, but they've come close. Roland makes the first one. So remember, it's 4 innings. Now, if Roland stays true and makes all 4, Billy cannot win. But Billy goes first. He needs to make these.
John just explaining the rules of the shootout to Billy. He's only ever played
once before, and I don't know if he was involved in any shootouts before. I'm sorry. Did I just talk right over you? I'm sorry about that.
Do you know, you're becoming like my ex-girlfriend, where she used to finish my sentences for me.
I see, and you say I don't listen to you.
And they still haven't found her.
Billy's lost. Billy has missed the second shot.
He made it in the side, but that doesn't count.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off of Roland. But is that good or bad?
Well,
we'll see by the shot.
Meanwhile, on the outer tables,
if he makes this, go ahead on the outer tables. But if he makes this, the worst Roland can do is tie the shootout and go to sudden death.
Yeah.
Outer tables. You were saying?
Oh, nice, right in the centre. See, he plays that the same way, George.
Yeah.
Just below centre, round, swings it round 2
They wrap it out. Wrap it out tight.
Yeah. Yeah, Ko Ping Chung is in action against Eklund Kachi. Kachi's taken the first rack, so very early in that. John Mora is 3-1 up against Dan Baralti. That's a great match.
Wow,
Billy's
missed 3 in a row. He's got no chance. It's over.
I didn't want to jinx him.
It's over.
Before,
they don't have to shoot anymore. Billy cannot win.
No, he can't. That's it. It's all over. Well,
guys, we'll be back tomorrow.
See you in the morning.